stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks.
Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's License to Spin for Race 5 from Suzuka. Joining us on commentary is Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing very well. How's yourself?
I'm alright. Not as good as DBR9, who's leading championship by 14 points ahead at Steve F1.
Yeah, and then there's 25
Others.
point gap SRI from Demon.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not counting in between. Fuck that. I've not got enough fingers.
No, or toes. Okay, so we have got a couple of drivers missing. Art Powell's on holiday still. Twilight was a late miss for the race. Bob also unable to race.
Art Powell being a big Jesse. He should have just drank the beers and get on with it.
Drinking his 7% alcohol.
I'm gonna die tomorrow.
He probably would. I've not heard from him. Maybe he has. Okay, so Suzuka is about to come up, and for anyone that doesn't know, in this championship, drivers have to use both compounds of tyre, that being the racing medium and the racing soft. No super softs on this game, surprisingly. And we have SGP on pole position, his first pole position of the year, and then we've got Steve F1 in second place. Conrad, quick again, in third, and then we've got Demon R, who appears to be out of his grid box, Ray.
Why are you out your grid box?
Steve's in his. I've no idea why Demon R is out of his grid box.
Is that a disqualification?
I hope not.
Fifth, SRI. And then sixth, Jason in his grid box. But they're quite nearly out there. Nelia there, and Martini, and then Jimmy. I forget the positions, and it's going too fast, so we'll go to Gary and Rich Blues holding up the rear end.
Yeah,
why is
no idea. No idea. I mean, nobody else appears to be, but there we go. Right, okay, so here we go. Then we've got a 20-lap race, so we're at 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. It seemed like a delayed start there.
Yeah. I know why Demon R's out of place, because the tape wasn't lined up right on the pit wall.
yeah, absolutely. I'll blame anything. Okay, so SGP got a decent getaway. Conrad holds on to that third place, just ahead of Demon R. Steve F1 hold on to the second place. All fairly neat and tidy for a start of a Suzuka race, Ray. Normally we'd see people flying off at the first corners.
Yeah, some people brake too late and get on the marbles and go straight on, or they just hit the curb and then spin it, and then everybody else hits into them. As SGP losing his position.
Yeah, he had a little wobble going up Dunlop, and that put Steve F1 going past. Now, something to keep an eye on, folks, as Demon R is coming under pressure from SRI, is the tyre wear in the bottom corner. It'll show the tyre wear for the car that's highlighted in the top left corner. The racing soft, the RS, they will not last very long and do good lap times. You're probably looking about 5 or 6 laps, and then they're going to hit the cliff. I've got Gary going very slow on the pack cam, Ray. I don't know whether maybe he caught Jason, because Jason's dropped down there as well. But yeah, so the racing soft tyres, I reckon we're looking at 5 or 6 laps. The mediums, I think they'll do sort of 8 laps at a consistently decent pace, and then they're going to drop off. But I don't think we're going to be seeing anybody doing a one-stop here today.
Ron had a wee moment out of spin, so that's put Demon R right on the back. Is Demon R going to wait until coming up to chicane? Because we know it's a bit tricky at this 130R, is it called?
Yeah, it's the R130. Do you know what the R stands for? Not that. Conrad's just had a massive sideways moment and ended up going wide. Gary is heading into the pits. Maybe that's just to get rid of the soft compound tyre. Rich Blues looking at making a move on Jimmy now, down into turn 1. Jimmy goes a little bit later on the brakes, and he's made it, but it will hurt the tyres a lot more. Yeah, the R stands for radius.
'Cause 130 degrees.
Yeah, so the corner is 130 degrees. So if you actually drew a line of the corner and continued it to a circle, it to be a 130 degree circle. That's what the R stands for. So there we go. So Critical making a move on, trying to make a move on Jimmy. What?
At what point do you draw the straight line and then get the curvature?
There's no straight line. I meant draw a straight line in a circle. So, oh wow, what happened there?
There was a little bit of coming together by Jimmy.
There was, yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened because I was about to. So, for example, this corner here, this long curve, is actually called the R200. So, if you was to draw a line, not a straight line, but draw a line around the curvature of the R200 and just continue going in that arc and come back all the way round to a circle, it would be a 200 degree circle. So the R130, it's a 130 degree circle. That's what the R stands for.
Is that against north or something? I don't get it. I know what a circle is, and I know how to work out angles. Like if you're going into the start of the corner, it would be 0, and then all the way around 180, and then all the way around again to 360. So I don't get how it's 130.
Well, it is. DBR making a move on SGP down towards.
I'll look up YouTube.
Yeah, you have a look at the definition. Why is the R130 called the R130? I'll explain it for you. Oh, that's all right.
Oh, SRI's off.
Yeah, dip
The
it
background
wheel.
there.
Oh,
LSGP's coming back at DBR.
yeah, nice little switch back there. Now, the tricky thing for these two here is if they battle too hard, they'll kill their tyres and Steve F1 could run away. And you definitely don't want that. I mean, Suzuka's one of those tracks as well where the temptation is to push hard around it, but if you push hard around the first sector, especially in a car that hasn't got mega downforce, all you do is destroy tyres. So looking at DBR's tyres here, we're on lap 3, so technically they could be good for another 3 laps. Nelly on the medium tyre, he's got hardly anywhere, so he should be good for a fairly decent stint here. But what he has
Critical pitted because he's got very good tyre wear for 3 laps.
well, he's on the races soft, so I don't think he's pitted. No, I think he's just been down towards the back. I mean, maybe he has pitted, but I don't think I saw him going in. Oh, Rich out wide.
Rich on the grass.
Yep, I've got to be careful doing that. Okay, so who? Oh, Jimmy.
That was Bob Marley in the back seat going, oh, there's grass.
Yeah, take me to, instead of take me to your leader, take me to the grass. I want some of that Japanese grass. Okay, Jason all over the back of Critical. I've got a feeling Critical's tyres may be the original ones. I think if he's just been looking after him a bit under boost, then he might be about right there. Whether he can do... Whoa, what happened there?
Did they lose it under braking?
Maybe.
I didn't see Jason connect with him.
I wonder if he dipped... I mean, he was on the other side of the road. I mean, I don't know whether maybe he went down a gear too soon or something. I'm not sure. I mean, it was very unusual. Okay, Jason ahead of Jimmy now. So this is Jason in 6th and Jimmy in 7th. Nelly still going on the medium tyre. So yeah, for anyone on the soft compound tyre, I could see them pitting anywhere from lap 5, potentially up to lap 10. Because you can keep going on the soft tyres once the fronts have completely worn out. They just won't be very fast.
Yeah, it's once the rears come out, you've got no traction out the corners and your car just wants to slide everywhere. So as long as you keep a wee bit of rear tyre there, your car will keep going. And as long as you slow down and plenty of time for the corner and whatnot. So you might lose, a second, 2 seconds with the fully worn, which could be better than fully worn mediums. So it's stuff that the drivers will need to see how the track handles the cars and whatnot. As we see a freeway battle in the background there, Jason, Jimmy and Conrad.
Ooh.
Conrad's coming. Oh, he's on the grass. Is he going to...
Oh.
He's not going to collect him, is he?
No, I hope not. Steve F1's tyres. Okay, Steve F1's been doing 201s and his tyres are knackered. SGP's got slightly better tyres, he's been 201. Demonar's done a 2.0 and a 2.2 and he's got better tyres. SRI struggling on his tyres. Yes, look at Steve F1's tyres in comparison. Excuse me, so perhaps Steve has been pushing that a little bit harder. Now, to bear in mind though, Nelly on the medium tyres currently doing 2-minute 3s. So if these guys there, SGP's into the pits.
SRI's in the pits as well.
Yeah. Okay, so if Steve F1 and Demonar's times are still within 2-minute 3 seconds, it could be worth them carrying on because Nelly, the lead medium tyre runner, is only lapping in 2-minute 3s at the moment. As Rich having a bit of a look at critical dips wheel on the AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Thankfully, oh no!
Oh, he's spun it. He's right on the apex. Hopefully, other cars can see him on the track map and not hit him.
Did you see the Austin Powers moment today? Friday.
Austin.
On F1.
No, I've not seen any F1.
Oh, that's okay. Will you get to watch the F1 free practice session that's already happened?
Yeah, I've got recordings.
Oh, okay. Just get ready for the Austin Powers moment. Okay, Demon R now all over the back of Steve F1. Into Demon R's tyres now looking like Steve F1's were a couple of laps, or last lap. So I don't know what Steve F1's tyres look like. The question for these guys now, though, is what lap times do they do? Because if it's above a 2:03, they might as well pit. On the back cam, Rich has gone deep, and I think Conrad just tagged the back of Jimmy. Steve F1 has no front tyres left. Okay.
Yeah. You see the difference between Demon R and Steve F1 coming out of the hairpin there. It looks like Demon R took the wider line, try to keep the speed, and hopefully get the speed down to Spoon, but he's caught up by Spoon, and now he's took a different line through Spoon. So is he going to go for it before the R130, or is he going to wait till the hairpin? He's put it as if he's pushing him. Oh, he's off.
They both were off then, I think.
Yeah, it was as if he was pushing them off. Not pushing them off, pushing them along, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to insinuate you were doing wrong.
Okay, Steve F1 into the pits. Demon R carries on. It was a 2:05 lap time. Now,
look at that, nearly in a 2:03, 2:04. So, the wheel's coming for Nelly.
Yeah, that it is. Conrad has already pitted, so he's now doing some decent lap times. SRI has already pitted. He's now on the medium tyre. SGP has already pitted. Jimmy hasn't. So SGP's in a pretty good position at the moment. I just don't know what tyre he is currently on. But what I would say is SGP and SRI definitely got to stop again. Steve F1, yeah, he's got to stop again. There's no way you get to the end from here. I mean, I can't imagine Demon R trying to continue on for many more laps as SRI all over the back of Jimmy. Now, this is where it's going to be tough for Jimmy because he's well within his rights to fight for his position. But can he fight with the tyres? Oh, he's ran a bit wide. SRI's got the move.
Yeah.
Ooh, has he done? Yeah, he has.
Yeah. I think he gave up. He's like, you can have that one, but then the guys behind him, like Steve F1, the leader, I think he battles. You're coming up.
Oh, he's definitely got defensive, hasn't he? I mean, that's what I'd do on the...
Well, it might be his line through that corner, though.
It could be. No, his line's usually a lot later on the brakes than that.
Yeah, it's usually sideways. Oh, Steve F1's got to run. Jason's getting nowhere to go. No. All he could do is push Steve F1 and hope for the best.
Yep. And he's just about, yeah, so you can definitely tell that Jimmy just hasn't got the grip in the front end, can't you? It does look like there's a little bit of lag going on as well around a few cars. So Demon R, yeah, he hasn't got any rear tyres left now. So as you were saying, if he carries on, he's going to have no rear grip. So I think he's got to pit now, hasn't he?
Yeah, you can. Just through practice, with no rears, you've got no grip, you just can't go anywhere. So, Neil, what was his time? Oh, he's back down
to the 203s. Yeah, Conrod. I mentioned he pitted earlier. So he's got decent tyres. He's got a few more laps to go.
206 from Steve F1. He was behind Jimmy, wasn't he?
Not just that, that was his out lap as well. Jason making the move on him though through turn 1. So Steve F1 losing out of position. Now Steve F1 was leading when SGP and SRI pitted. So SGP and SRI have got the jump over him, but we'll have a lap more worn tyres. Demon R coming out of the pit. So Steve F1 is on the medium compound tyre as well. I don't know what tyre SGP is on at the moment. I don't know what tyre Jason's on either. Thinking about it.
Well, what would you think strategy-wise would be with people? Would you think it'd be like a one-stop, or do you think two-stop, as in soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft?
I think it's definitely one of those two. Soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft. I don't think there's any way anyone could do it once. Okay, well actually it depends. If Nelly can get to, say, lap 12 on his medium tyres, maybe he could do a one-stop and lighter fuel. Maybe he could get the soft tyres to the end. Demon R, though, coming out of the pits with the boost on the medium compound tyre as well, same as Steve F1, has now caught up to the back of Steve F1. So SRI's undercut has worked for him, but now he's under a lot of pressure. The question is there anybody going to work together? Well, Jason's not working together, is he?
Oh, Steve F1's about... Jason's not back in.
It's a joke for you, right? A Swede and a Scotsman go into the R130.
I guess.
Oh, Jason, he's got the move done on the exit, or has he? SRI going hard on the brakes. Side by side they go.
Haggis, nips and tatties.
Okay, Conrad in the pits. Demon R making a move on Steve F1. Jason holding SRI tight. Okay, this could get interesting. Down into 1. SRI is still ahead just. So Demon R's gone wide. Demon R's gone off. He's not spun, so that won't do too much damage. Jason goes a bit wide as well. Nelly still leading now. To just mention that as well. Oh, Jason's lagging about a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, Steve F1, he's nearly pushing Jason round the corners here. He's like, come on Jason, get a move on. If not, move over and let me go.
Yeah, let me go, let me go. You're lagging everywhere. I don't know the Let It Go songs. I just know there is one. Jason a little wide into the first Degner. Nearly let Steve F1 have a look. Demon R still there hunting. Interestingly, SGP is closing in on Nelly up at the front. Steve F1 going for the move, or at least having a look up the outside of Jason. Will it work?
Go round the outside. Can he get throttled down here and have the better speed coming into Spoon? Or I think Jason's just a wee bit too far ahead. He might lose to Demon R here. Demon R's got a better run.
Yeah. Demon
R!
Yeah, letting him know he's there.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look who's catching him up as well.
Who is it? Gary?
Yeah.
Here comes Gary.
Yeah, Gary closed. Now, Gary's had no practice prior to this race. We did have a 10-minute delay on the race as well to wait for Gary to get in. Hope everything's well with the missus and the baby to be. It's not like wife to be. It's
Steve F1 good defensive on. Sorry, Demon R. Yeah. I hope everything is well at the home front at Mad Gary's house.
Absolutely. So looking down at turn 1, I think SGP is closing in on Nelly. So Nelly's done quite well on his medium compound tyres. SRI's been on his for about 5 laps there. Not doing so well now because he's just gone wide. Jason follows him wide. Jason does an overtake around the outside on the AstroTurf. Nearly loses it, getting back on the road. Gary says thank you very much. Conrad says thank you very much, and then gives SRI a little bit of a nudge. That has just helped out Demon R and Steve F1 massively, as Conrad looking to be opportunistic on his brand new medium compound tyres.
Yeah, unfortunately to Jason and SRI. Oh, SRI!
Wow, that was a big tank slapper there by the looks of it.
Yeah, don't know what happened there. It looked like he turned for the corner and then went, oh shit, it's the other right.
Yeah, it's the other one. Oh, look at Nelly's tyres now. Okay, Nelly's in a bit of trouble here then. SGP's all over the back of Nelly's lap times have dropped into the 205s. And I mean, he could try keep going, but I don't think I don't think it's worth it. He'd be better off doing an extra stop now. He can't one-stop this race. Oh, he's gone wide! Don't try getting back on the track, you'll spin! Oh, no, he did.
He has.
Oh, dear. I mean,
unlucky.
It's one of those.
Caught in the gravel.
We got on the travel.
You're screeching. Yeah. The travel trap.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we know, like, through experience, turn one and spoon, if you go wide, let the car go wide. Because if you try staying on the road or getting back on the road too soon, the AstroTurf will spin you. It's a bit like the
Connor and Jason were side by side, but as we see Jimmy and Nelly having a battle, I think Nelly will be in the pits this lap.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Jason's in as well.
Okay.
Jason on the soft, so he's done 2 stints, hasn't he?
Yes, I would guess so. Conrad having a look up the inside, and Jimmy!
Oh,
and they both run a little bit wide. Oh, yeah, and this is where neither of them can try getting back on the road too soon, because, yeah, they'll spin. Yeah, well, here comes SRI. What was he? Oh, yeah, he had a bit of a moment, didn't he?
He done the same thing a lap ago, as Conrad's going to have a wee bit of dirty tyres, but they're giving each other plenty of room. We know they had a coming together last race.
I think Gary might be on tyres that have been on since the start of the race, and they're about knackered. So Gary's going to struggle a bit for front end grip.
Wasn't his times 1:59s? So with the boost, it's kind of helped him a wee bit. Because a couple of his laps were 1:59s. It's just his last lap there was pretty high. And he was further up the field, wasn't he? So maybe he should have pitted a lap ago and maybe benefit more.
Okay, got Demon R here on the back of Steve F1. Both of these guys on the medium compound tyres. Demon R runs a little bit wider than I think he would have wanted to. SRI now all over the back of Jimmy. SRI's tyres, you know what, still in good condition. They've been on for 6 laps as Conrad dips a wheel out wide. So I think SRI could keep going. I'm curious as to whether SGP's got the mediums or softs on. But I don't think we've actually seen it at any point. He's got the mediums on because he's in the pits.
Oh yeah. Is he leaving the pits or going in? He's going into the pits with me.
Whoa, Jimmy!
Oh, Jimmy's off.
Yeah, didn't exactly see what happened there. Conrad's got a bit of a run on SRI. We've got 2 very different levels of wear on their tyres. But I'm curious for SGP though, because his tyre wear must be good. So maybe he's just thinking he can get to the end from here on the mediums. Conrad with a nice move. SRI can't fight back yet. So I'm wondering if SGP's just thinking, you know what, I think the mediums will get to the end from here. So I'll short stint this, get the big undercut, and I'll be in a good position. Okay, Demon R's medium tyres looking fairly good. His are fresher than Steve F1's by a lap. And then Demon R's last lap time was a 2:02.2, which was the sort of pace he was doing on the soft compound tyres earlier.
Yeah. Was he in boost at any last lap? No,
because he was in 3rd place. So, very interesting. I mean, these 2 are definitely going to have to pit again. As you mentioned, I mean, if they want to go mediums, they could pit anywhere from now, I suppose. If they want to go softs, they're probably going to have to go to the end of lap 13, maybe 14?
I'd say 14 to 15 to be comfortable. That way that they have an attack coming, they
Steve,
can push a wee
Steve-
bit more.
Sorry, Steve F1's
Oh,
tyres
he's
are a lot
bouncing.
more- Yeah.
But remember, he was behind Jason and
Yeah.
SRI, and that he was held up for a bit. But Demon R was there as well, wasn't he?
That is true. I mean, maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, there's Demon R's nearly got twice as much tyre life as Steve F1. But then
Is
saying
Demon R fitted that we've not seen?
no,
You sure?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's only done one pit stop and he's done another 202. I mean, could it be just the difference of one extra lap on the tyres for Steve F1? Demon R with a lot more confidence on the brakes at the moment. Steve F1 not fending that one off. SGP is out in 5th place, by the way, just at the head of the pack, just ahead of these. Oh, Nelly!
Oh no!
It looked like he tried to move out from behind Jason, but there was a Jimmy there.
Look in your blind spot, Nelly.
Yeah, that's where you really should be going. Didn't see you, Jimmy.
Yeah, it'd be like, imagine, we know Neil and Nelly drives with a VR. It'd be like driving the car. He's got to do all the head movements.
Yeah, well, you could just look to the side a bit and look in the side mirror.
If it's in the blind spot, you can't see it in the side mirror.
True. That is a good point. He's got a little bit of a run on Jason. Interestingly, Nelly's on the medium compound tyre again. And I am hearing that he didn't want the medium compound tyre. So I'm wondering then if Nelly was planning on doing like medium soft. If that's the case, then Nelly's got a little tag. Then Nelly may not be able to go as fast at the moment as he would have liked. But to be honest, I think being on the soft compound tyres and being in the pack here, I think it would just burn up the tyres too much if you push too hard.
Yeah, I bet you. He wrote down his plans, and then when the Italians in the pits translated it, so he said Plan C. They thought his Plan D.
Yeah.
Gave him the wrong tyres.
Or is it Plan M? Plan M
Question.
for medium question. We'll get back to you, which means we not get back to you. Obviously, that's a brilliant thing on the lollipop. The lollipop guy, when he does the videos, he did one where it's like, say to Hamilton, it's like, yeah, we'll get back to you. And he disappeared. He goes, where's he gone? He said he was getting back to it. Yeah, he's not going to get back to you. It's just what we say where we don't have an answer. Like, we won't give you an answer. That's right.
SGP on the back of SRI.
SGP is on the medium compound tyre as well. SRI's not done his second stop yet, has he?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure.
So I would guess then he'll be going for perhaps the soft compound tyre towards the end. But then a Suzuka.
Oh, Jason! Ooh. Jason's came in for a look.
Nice move there by Jason through the S's, but the SGP goes for the switchback through Dunlop. Can he do it? He may be able to. Yeah, he can. Jason may have had to lift a little bit there as they go into the Degners. Oh, Nelly! He's a little bit wide. He's not as tall as he'd like to be.
Yeah, this could be harder than SGP with SRI holding him up. He'll be wanting to try and catch up the pack. Has he got another pit stop to do? I reckon he could get the mediums.
I think SGP
to the end, just about.
Yeah, I think he might be able to just about get to the end. I think 10 laps. So, yeah, but he's going to have to look after them a little bit. That's not looking after him, but it is a move. SRI says, thank you very much, I'll do a switchback.
And here comes Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly making the move on Jason. Oh, the sideways. That definitely won't help the tyres. And Jason says, thank you.
Yeah, you know what?
Is it far?
You know what their song was when they were leaning on each other?
Oh.
Lean on me. When you're not strong. Who's that? Going in the pits? The leaders? Two leaders in the pits? Is Jason going in the pits or is he continuing? Oh, Nelly in the back of SRI there. Nelly cutting the grass.
SRI's in the pits. Jason in the pits. Okay, SGP and Nelly then side by side, both on the medium compound tyre, but with Nelly having to stop again.
Oh, there's Demon R just seen in the pit exit.
Yep, there he is.
There.
Ahead of Steve F1 as well, because they pitted at the same time. Gary now all over the back of Steve F1 with Critical there as well. Yeah, because Nelly has got the mediums on again, he does have to stop again. He will have to use the soft compound tyre, which could be coming. Well, to be honest, I think if I was Nelly, I'd be pitting at the end of this lap, put the soft tyre on. 5 laps, bosh to the end.
Conrad, I think, has got
6
a
laps to the end.
pit. Well, look at that track map. How close everybody is. The second group of people are the ones that have just pitted. So
Yeah.
they'll catch up. Look how no leaders.
So I've just seen
It
on the pack cam, Gary and Critical, I think just at a moment, Gary facing the wrong way. Critical's waiting for him by the looks of it, or was waiting for him. Okay, Demon R on the back of Nelly. Yeah, I mean, everybody is quite close together. I think Conrad has got to stop again. I'm pretty sure he's on the soft compound tyre. Oh, Nelly might be struggling a little bit on his mediums in comparison to those on brand new tyres. Whoa!
Demon R. He's lighting them up.
Code Brown. Now, don't know what tyres Demon R is on at the moment, or Steve F1. It'll be interesting to see what they are on, as Nelly all over the back of SGP. Oh, Nelly's wide! Nelly's always very... Oh, there's been a contact. Oh, Demon R gone.
Yeah. Don't know. Would that be in the contact? It wouldn't let Demon R slow down because his tyres are fighting over, because they're getting pushed sideways as well as trying to brake. So do you think Nelly should be waiting? Well, he's in the pit, so
yeah.
But do you think Nelly should be waiting? And then how does that go with him going to the pits? And we've got the rule of within the lap, so...
Well, it's a good question. One I can give a bit of information on in a moment. Conrad definitely has to pit again. Yeah. He'll be going to the soft tyre though, won't he? Okay. Oh, he's a little wide. It's very wide.
Oh,
Where is he?
That's not going to help.
Oh, he's very, very wide. It's so easy to do that with one
He's going to get caught up with everybody.
Yeah, he is, but he's not spun it. That's a good thing. Get in the pits now. He's still okay because he was only a couple of seconds ahead. So overall, he's not lost too much yet. Okay, Demon R's on the medium compound tyres. I think Steve F1 was on the soft compound tyres. SGP's on the medium compound tyres. Jimmy tried to attack Conrad into the hairpin. Demon R getting a little bit sideways as well.
Yeah, he's trying to attack him as well. And here comes Jason to add into the battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Nowhere really to go through the R200. This is where you have to be so careful on those brakes. Don't go deep. Jimmy's gone flying through the corner beautifully. Here comes SRI to get in on it. 3 wide on the exit. Oh, yeah, you might want to back out of that. Yeah.
Now it's what happens here? The Conrad and that just go for the slipstream. SRI's getting closer to Demon R. He just doesn't want to bump him in the wrong place, or else he'll end up regretting it.
Yeah. Well, I think Conrad's going for the pits, isn't he? Yeah, showing the line he's on at the moment is kind of a defensive line, but also I want to be on the right-hand side of the track to get in the pits. And Conrad is in the pits. On the pack cam, Steve F1 got very close to the back of SGP, but bump drafted him. I mean, for Steve F1 now, this is a brilliant situation. If he's on the soft compound tyre, he can just bide his time behind SGP and wait for SGP's tyres to really hit the cliff. Might be a while though, because SGP's still got 50% life left in his.
Yeah, and look at that, Jimmy up in third place. He's having a ball.
He's having a gangbang. Okay, I wouldn't mind seeing Steve F1's tyres. Yes, he is on the soft tyre. So, yeah, for Steve F1, just don't push it too hard. Don't hurt the tyres, and you've got an easy move coming somewhere. Jimmy's got to pit again. Jason doesn't have to pit again.
He doesn't. He's got the tyres there.
Okay, and he's on the attack on Jimmy as well. Oh.
Jimmy going a wee bit deep.
That's not what she said.
As I translate some door banging. Oh, Jimmy! Demonar's got Jimmy. Where's Neil came from, Nelly?
That's a good question. I mean, he
wasn't in shot.
No, he pitted not long ago either, so I think he's going to have fresh, soft tyres on, which now might be a problem for the likes of Demon. Oh, and he's up the inside. Oh, I don't know if that was a little late or not, but it looks like he's let Demon R back through, but now Demon R's wide on the back cam. Steve F1 all over the back of SGP, but no attempt at overtaking. He's actually bump drafting SGP into the R130.
As long as he didn't bum draft him
off the R130, yeah. So all Rich
SRI and Jimmy side by side through the R130 and seeing Rich Blues getting a wee bit wider.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, he's struggling a bit with those tyres, isn't he? I think he's going to have to be headed to the pit. I think Rich is wanting the pits as well. Yes, he is. Rich on the racing medium tyres. SRI on the medium. So SRI did go mediums again. I suppose it allows for stability. Demon R on the mediums, but Nelly's on fresh softs. I mean, you asked a little while ago, Ray, about the moment that Nelly had. I think the big problem for Demon R was that the contact put Demon R 2 wheels on the grass, and he couldn't hit the brakes, because if he did, he'd be spinning. By the time he gets back on the tarmac and presses the brakes, it's way too late. Now, SGP's medium compound tyres are now starting to hurt a lot. Will they get another 4 laps? 17, 18, yes, 3.5 laps. Ooh, I'm not sure they will, you know, Ray.
And how long is Steve F1 going to wait behind? Because Jason and Nelly are going to be catching him, as well as Demon R and SRI.
Well, I think
Conrad's got fresh tyres. He's went into pits as well.
Yeah.
So Conrad's he's not that far back from SRI. As SRI and Demon R having a wee different lines through the hairpin.
I mean, I think for Steve F1, as soon as the opportunity arises comfortably,
he's flying round outside.
Yep. Now,
He's going to hold us. He's going to a lot of trust on the SGP for that one.
Yeah, he's got a lot more grip, but yeah, a lot of trust, because it's one of those, you overtake someone around the outside and you know their tyres are going off, then you have to know that they may understeer into you. It is one of the risks, but Steve F1 happy to take that risk. And as for the championship at the moment, well, Steve F1 is second place in the standings, 14 points behind Demon R before this race. And Demon R is currently down in 5th place and is actually being caught by Conrad, who has passed SRI, so may be losing another place. Nelly catching up to the back of Jason.
Seeing the pack cam, Conrad just, I think he bum draft Demon. I wasn't too sure. He looked closer,
he did, yeah.
Then a bit of a gap performed. We see Nelly and Jason, if they work together, they could be on the back of SGP and
no time,
Steve F1.
I mean, you're right. If they start battling and go side by side, then it'll be a lot harder to catch up. Same for Conrad and Demon R and SRI. I mean, that's probably why Conrad, and again, he's doing a bit of bump drafting, even sort of through the S's. Oh, Jason runs that little bit wide. He's done what Connor did earlier, but managed to survive it a little bit better. Probably because he's got fresher tyres. They're not so fresh now as Conrad.
Oh, Conrad's off.
Oh,
Demon R's pulled over a wee bit.
Yeah, you know what I think happened there? Jason going off. I mean, he came back on the track fine, but then we had a near 3-wide situation. And I think Demon R may, in avoiding Jason, might have tagged Connor off. That's allowed SRI through. Well, that's really just sort of spread things out, but actually, I think that may have just helped Conrad and Nelly, because Nelly now doesn't have to attack Jason, and Conrad doesn't have to attack Demon R. He just has to attack SRI.
Yeah. Depends what mood the SRI's on. If he's on a defensive mood or bum me and let's go. Conrad's going for it.
Yeah.
They're going side by side.
Connor's got the fresher tyres, so I think he'll have the grip and the confidence, and he has. SRI. I mean, that's the thing as well with the medium compound tyre. I think for quite a few drivers, they're actually having to knock it down a gear on the medium compound tyres compared to the softs, where you can keep it in fifth. Nelly all over the back of SGP now, but he has taken a lot out of those tyres in doing so. Jason not too far away even after his bit of a moment.
He's got plenty there for two laps.
Yeah, you know what, you're right there, you're right. Well, let's see how they get on through the S's, because if you push too hard through the S's, that amount of tyre wear will disappear rather quickly, or tyre life will disappear rather quickly. The thing is as well, I mean, do you look at going up alongside, or do you just wait for up to the hairpin? There's Demon R and SRI battling on the pack cam. But what I will say as well is behind them, Jimmy is closing in now as well. Oh, SRI is defensive, sorry.
This battle here is, look, Jason's caught back up. So he's going to be with them within, I'd say, the 130R.
Yeah, SGP's front right tyre has gone.
R130 if you say the other way round.
Yeah, SGP's front right tyre's gone. That's nearly through.
Is it? SGP's, it looks, SGP got a good drive out of there.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? So he's not got the corner in, but he's still got the acceleration as he goes defensive once again. I mean, he's kind of catched. Oh, Nelly looking up the inside. Can't quite do it though. Oh, he can now. SGP out wide.
And look at, I told you, Jason would be there.
Yep.
Then look at behind Jason. It's a pack.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Connor's there. Jimmy and Demon R side by side. SRI bump drafted Demon R ahead of Jimmy. Nelly ahead of SGP. Jason. Oh, SGP's wide. That'll be Jason through. Demon R's wide as well. Oh, it's all going a bit Pete Tong, even if he doesn't want you using his name. Oh, SGP's got deep. That's Conrad now up to fourth, and here comes Jimmy. Oh, wow. It's gone from nearly a chance of winning to what's going to happen to SGP as we're on to the last lap of the race. Conrad and Jason battling down towards turn one. Connor with the fresher tyres and the confidence in him to go round the outside. A lovely overtake there. Can he do anything now about Nelly? Steve F1 though, he's still not safe.
It depends on his tyres, doesn't it? Oh no, because Nelly, well, it depends between his tyres and Neil's tyres. Conrad's look
similar to Nelly's. Steve F1 has been on his a lot longer though. So yeah, I think Steve F1 has definitely got to keep concentrating. SRI, Demon R still battling. SGP's under a lot of pressure now from Jimmy on the pack cam. That's looking back at Conrad, who is ahead of Jason.
Oh, and SGP's off.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
First Egna, is it Egna?
Yeah.
First Egna, he went straight on instead of turning. His tyres have had it.
Yeah, Connor's all starting to close in on the back of Nelly, but Jason's still right there. Oh, bit of a lag from Jason. SRI still ahead of Demon R. I've got to say, this is a couple of fantastic battles going on here. I think, I don't know, if Jason gets close enough, does he bump draft Connor? I mean, we're on the last lap of the race. There's only 3 corners to go for these guys now.
He's got to go for it.
Steve F1's time, look.
Neil's are
not great. Yeah, Connor's are a bit better. Jason's great. Let's see how they are. Nelly's wide through the R130. So Steve F1 into the final chicane. That's all he needs to do. Get through there. Nelly's off into the barrier. Connor's through for second. Jason's through for third. There's chaos on the back cam. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Wow, SRI doing a Jimmy. Oh, wow, critical. Has he got something against Nelly? Well, he had his front bumper against it. I don't know under what circumstances, but that was a... Oh, hang on, we got Demon R stationary at SRI.
He's nearly doing a fucking Austin Powers
moment. Gary. Gary.
When did Gary go in there?
Oh, that's a good... Well, I'm guessing he struggled a little bit on his tyres at the end there, Gary. He's on the soft tyres. I think he must have done a late pit stop there. But what an end to the race. I tell you what, I've got a feeling, well done, Gary, I've got a feeling this week's G-Spot might be a little bit interesting. Now, before we waffle on anything, we've got 5 minutes until the start of the F1 Sprint qualifying. I can't record it and watch it later, so we've got 5 minutes to talk and then we're done.
Okay.
What a race! Well done, everybody. Bye. No, I won't be that cool. Well done to Steve F1. This week's G-Spot definitely will be interesting because I want to see what happened at the end of that final lap there. What it has done though, Ray, because Demon R looked like he was waiting for SRI. I think that may have tightened things up a little bit in the good old standings, you know, between Steve F1 and Demon R. But there was so much going on towards the end there that, yeah, we're definitely going to have to,
the G-Spot.
Yeah. Okay, quick question. What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
Don't know.
A shoe.
Okay.
Yes, also, the next track, folks, Road Atlanta. Pit entry is going to be an interesting one there. Definitely practice it, guys. It's evil. And what tyres are going to be good there, I've no idea. It's going to be very tight. It's very tight, twisty. Yeah, I think people are going to have to show quite a bit of patience around there. But before we sort of head off, I want
But it was next track?
Road Atlanta.
Oh, that first sector's...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of... It's not as bad as Suzuka as we've been at, but...
Mm-hmm.
It's quite twisty. At the top of the hill, you've got to get hard on the brakes, down a couple of gears for that right hand. It's near enough a blind apex that you're going for.
Yeah.
And then as you come down the hill, you've got the left hand, and then the next right hand. It's if you've got a car in front of you and the way it dips, it's pretty blind. You can't see it, so we could see people not getting the lines right through there, and then hard on the brakes before the left-hander. Is it called Club's Corner?
Club Corner,
yeah.
I tell you what surprises me about the track
and
the car we've got.
If you go wide at that Club's Corner, you're going to receive a penalty.
That you are. Yeah, what surprises me about that track and the car we're in, after Club Corner you got two right-handers, they're not really much of a problem. Then you got a straight to the final chicane. The braking point for these cars is so early. Compared to, we raced some Group 4s around there the other day, and the braking point was about where I'd expect, about 100 metres or so. In these, about 150 metres. Now, I could be wrong, but it's a good, well, on the number, but it's 50 metres earlier than in the Group 4. So that's something to bear in mind, folks.
Yeah, if you're braking where the line comes across the track, you are far too late in these cars.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's where I judge my braking point, is that line. If I'm too close to that line, I'm not fucking making it. I'm going straight on.
Well, this is the thing. In the Group 4s, you can brake at that line and make the corner. Right.
Yeah, and guess what else? One other thing. The pit.
Yeah.
The pit lane.
Yeah, I did mention the practice the pit entry because it's fucking evil. The pit exit's a bit nasty as well in a way, but yeah. I mean, I think the pit entry actually starts over the crest of the hill, doesn't it? But yeah, if you go over the crest of the hill and then turn right, you're not going to be getting in the pit lane without a penalty. It may be one. I might show it on the lap guide I do. Okay, before we disappear, because we've got about 30 seconds, I just want to tell you a tiny little story. I woke up the other day, went onto Facebook, and I don't know if you have, like, whatever area you live up there, have like a spotted page for your area. I do.
Yeah.
And I saw a post that someone had put on it, very helpful post. It said, "Morning, just thought to let everyone know that the little traffic lights are out in Alveston." I responded with, "What about the big ones?"
Yeah. Go the shite.
Yeah, it made me chuckle though. Right, okay, Ray, thank you for joining us on commentary.
Yeah, no worries. Always a pleasure. Thank you to the admins behind the scenes, and also big thank you to the drivers as well. And thank you. Also, a thank you to the drivers that join us in the open lobbies. I know it could be hard and whatnot at some points, and a bit. What do you call the word? Where you're getting beat about. But yeah, a big thank you to them. Has your thing started yet? I'm just dragging it on.
I knew you was. I've actually started loading up Sky Go. So, right, let's go and check out the Confirmed race result. I think there might be a few reports to look at as well. Confirmed race result, and then the championship standings.
Good job.
Steve F1 then with a victory in the maximum 20 points. Conrad in second place, 17 points for him. Jason survived through the carnage to finish third, 15 points, but does get a minus 3 point penalty. I'll get onto that in a few moments' time. Jimmy, the biggest gainer on that last lap, fourth place for him, 13 points. SGP sort of saved by the big crash at the end. He was about 10th. But finishes 5th, 12 points. Rich Blues in 6th on 11 points. Excuse me. Neil in 7th on 10 points. Critical in 8th on 9 points. SRI in 9th on 8 points. Demon R in 10th on 7 points. And Formula Gary in 11th on 6 points. Okay, so Jason's penalty, there was a couple of reports placed, but for Jason's penalty, there was a very minor incident on the first lap where Jason's just nudged Critical a little wide at the Degners, yeah, I don't think he knew he did it because he didn't wait, so that's why the penalty's been given. That will be covered in the G-spot as well as all the other things that were reported. Now, as for what that result has done to the championship standings, well, if anyone thought Demon R was running away, he's not anymore. 84 points he's on. Steve F1 now on 83 points, only one behind, which may be, I wasn't going to say maybe a factor as to why no penalty was applied for the incident at the final lap. And by that, what I mean is, when you wait for your victim, you are self-penalising yourself, and in respect of the championship standings, it has been a massive penalty for Demon R, the self-penalisation. Okay, so yeah, Steve F1 only 1 point behind now, so that's going to make things a little bit spicy into the last few races. Conrad, with his brilliant result, second place, gets up to third in the standings. And interestingly for Conrad, he's very quick in this car. He was also very unlucky. I mean, we saw again he had a spin, I think it was his first lap or second lap, and somehow manages to come through to finish in second place, and that helps him up the standings now, 63 points. SRI, massively unfortunate that Demon R absolutely nailed him at the final chicane. Fourth place, 60 points, now only one ahead of SGP, who's closed that gap up a bit actually, I think, with the 5th place finish, so 59 points for him. Jason with his penalty, obviously he's gained a few points by finishing 3rd, but unfortunately with the penalty he stays 6th, or moves down to 6th actually, 58 points for him. Nelly, after going off at the final chicane, managed to recover quite well. He's in 7th place now on 53 points. He's got a 10-point gap to Jimmy, who's having one hell of a season. in terms of making gains on the last lap of races. And considering he's missed 1 or 2 already, he's doing quite well. 43 points for him. He's 12 ahead of Formula Gary. Unfortunately, Gary finished last in the race, but for Gary, I think his mind is on more important things, with the baby due soon, and his partner not being very well. So hope Louise, baby, and Gary are all okay. You know where we are if you need to talk. We ain't going to change no nappies, but if you need to talk, no problem. Now, 10th place, we've got Critical and Rich Blues tied in 10th place on 28 points each. Both had very interesting ends to the race with that last lap. Critical, unfortunately, sort of having a couple of crashes there, none really of his own volition. But yeah, Rich Blues managed to get through to a degree. He give SRI a right good punting, which I think we'll see on the G spot when we show that. But yeah, 10th place for the both of them on 28 points, and they're 2 ahead of Twilight, who unfortunately wasn't able to race today. I think he's been at a wedding and not his own, unless it is his own, and that's like happened very quickly. And if that is the case, Twilight, where was the invite? Yeah, and the thing is as well, you might as well introduce her to us, because then she'll realise just how mental you really are, and then she can decide if she wants to go further with it. Okay, so Twilight 12th on 26 points. Bob wasn't able to race today, 13th place, 18 points for him, and Art Pal on holiday still, so he's down to 14th on 17 points. Well, what a game changer of a race that was. Probably one of the biggest end of lap crashes we've seen in DGT League, and as I said, we will cover that in the next G spot, as well as Jason's penalty, and I think there was a couple of other things reported. But yeah, we'll cover all those in the G spot. Right, as we mentioned during the video, next track is Road Atlanta, and please guys, practice that pit entry, because it is going to be a little bit evil. So yeah, definitely worth giving that a damn good check. As for the circuit itself, it's a tricky little one, because the first sector, you can go side by side, but you will go very, very slow. And what I would say is, if you find yourself getting off line down there and you are slow, or if you go off, be very, very careful as to how you do return to the track, because cars will close in on you very, very quickly. So yeah, as for the rest of the track though, it should be absolutely brilliant in these cars, and if you are struggling, check out the lap guide video that should be available. Last week's was, except I put it unlisted, although I did share the link with the drivers so they could go and check it. Okay, right, that's enough waffle from me. So thanks for listening, watching. You know what to do: hit like, subscribe, and that notifications bell for notifications, surprisingly, of the videos that we put out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all again soon.